The country Liberal Party, meantime, holds a strong lead ahead of the Northern Territory's election in August. This is according to a new poll, but Labor has regained significant ground since they've changed their leader. Matt Cunningham joins us live with this exclusive. Matt, what do the numbers tell us exactly?
Well, some of this data is pretty interesting, Laura. This is a Freshwater Strategy poll of 1,000 people taken last month, so it's about as good as it gets when it comes to polling in the Northern Territory. If we have a look at the numbers, on the two-party preferred, you see the Country Liberal Party is ahead 54 to 46. So at the moment, that would stand as an election-winning lead. If we look at the primary vote, the squeezed primary vote, this is when the undecideds have been pushed on who they will vote for. You can see that Labor is at 29%, behind the CLP on 39%, 22% for independents and 9% for the Greens. And perhaps not surprisingly, when we dig a bit deeper into this and the issues that are affecting people here in the Northern Territory, crime is far and away the number one issue for people in the Northern Territory. 47% of respondents had crime as their top issue, ahead of cost of living, jobs in the economy and the environment. And in fact, when that's broken down, Laura, in Alice Springs, 73% of respondents to this poll said crime was the number one issue. Hardly surprising, considering some of the issues we've been reporting on for the past couple of years. So the numbers look grim for Labor, but there is perhaps a little bit of hope for them. I have confirmed that a similar poll 5 months ago showed that they were much further behind. They've had an 8-point bump in their primary vote since January, since Eva Lawler took over as Chief Minister, and a 4% improvement in their two-party preferred standing. They were behind 58-42 in a separate Freshwater poll that was taken in December last year. Now, it was just before Christmas that Eva Lawler took over as Chief Minister from Natasha Files. It's been a very different style of leadership under Eva Lawler. She's been all in on the resources industry, and she's also taken a tougher approach when it comes to law and order. Of course, she announced that curfew in Alice Springs in late March following riots in the town, and she's also committed to recruiting an extra 200 police. I asked her this week whether she thinks that Labor can still win the election.
Oh, absolutely. That's my goal every single day, is to have a Labor government in the Territory into the future. The Territory does better under Labor, and that's a fact.
Now, this polling has been shared with the major political parties, and I think you can see the results playing out in some of the policy that we're seeing announced. We saw the opposition leader, Leah Finocchiaro, earlier this week. She was out at a restaurant, Char restaurant, which is now shut down, its windows boarded up, talking about the issues of crime and their impact on the economy. Here's a bit more of what she had to say.
Last year, 106 businesses across the Territory closed their doors, and 8,800 Territorians have taken on a second job just to put food on the table. The only way to change the Territory is to change the government.
So Labor making up a bit of ground under the new Chief Minister, Eva Lawler. They believe that they're in with something of a chance to try and hold on to government in August. That certainly wasn't the case a few months ago. So it might be a closer run thing, Laura, than it was looking like at the end of last year.
Yeah, making a few people nervous, no doubt, Matt. Thanks so much for that.